Hi guys, good morning. Understanding autism is understanding a big piece of your child's life because right now, so from when I was a kid, autism was maybe 1 in 3,000 and very few people knew of it. Now it can be up to 1 in 29 in some states like New Jersey and California. You'll see a bigger prevalence of it in the United States. And also, they still don't have genetic markers. Okay. Now, let me say this. Up until till when autism now started becoming very prevalent within our society, yes, you had Fragile X, Prader-Willi, Charge. There's some genetics that are involved that produce autism and autism-like symptoms, right? But now what is happening is they're not allowed to say it's a pandemic because you can't catch autism. If 10 people in the world had measles, again, like COVID, the world would be shutting down and you'd be finding a way around it. But the fact that they're saying now by 2050, one in every other person is going to have autism, yeah, it's not a pandemic. And so one of the things we have to realize is autism is a movement disorder. Now, what does that mean? Did you know that you, right now, or your child can go through a series of certain movements, which is going to alter the way that the brain functions for cognitive awareness and development and change who you are? Okay, this is one of the reasons why like seniors have a mortality rate of like 85% because of a broken hip, right? Because when their system suddenly goes from don't fall to just movement, right? You and I don't walk down the hallway going, oh, don't fall, don't fall. We might if we're on some rocks on a lake or something like that. You know what I mean? We have circumstances that make us hyper aware. If someone put us suddenly on a skateboard and that's not your norm, those kind of things happen. Another way of looking at a movement disorder like Alzheimer's, you have shortened gait, you have lack of peripheral vision, and then you also see a decrease in palate. Well, that's what's happening with the cell phone. The cell phone is putting us into a movement disorder, right? And I can guarantee you they're already seeing increases, but I've been saying this for quite a long time. You're going to see such an increase of Alzheimer's like you never saw before because we're on our phones and so forth. What happens? Lack of peripheral vision, a decreased gait, and a lack of palate. Palate meaning what are you going to have for lunch kind of thing. A person with Alzheimer's, you can't say, hey, there's a new Mexican restaurant down the street. You can say that way before they have hardcore symptoms of Alzheimer's. So same thing with autism. So now what you're looking for with your baby, first and foremost, every baby should have this done. I don't care if you say, oh, ma'am, there's nothing wrong with my child's birth. I'm not looking for something to be wrong. I'm looking for how your child is ready to respond to their world through movement. This is what formats their brain. This is what formats their body. Everything has to do through movement. If you think a child's born saying, hey, mom, there's a cold one in the fridge, go get it. No, they don't have that kind of cognitive intelligence. Now, yes, the brain could be damaged in some way. There could be genetics involved. I get that. But it all encompasses around that connection to movement. And, that's what development is. So first of all, you have to, every baby, it should be in every hospital. I'm trying my best, folks, the newborn movement assessment. It is a simple way of seeing if your baby is ready to respond to start going into their developmental milestones. Second of all, two, you have to chart your baby from 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I already have charts out, enough to just help you through their first year of life. Right? Unfortunately, I have way too many people out there saying, oh, all babies develop differently. Really? Then why do we have this problem? There's 7 types of crawling. They're all fine. No, there's 1 type of crawling, right? So your baby should be going through the 12 milestones, and I have the video on that just right. And I also have the warning signs. This is what people don't understand. You're saying, oh, you're right now probably going to post a video because I put you into shock mode. My baby's 7 months old and not rolling over. Guys, that's a problem. I can't guarantee you right now that your child's going to have autism, but your risk now is that, it's just gone exponentially, right? Because first of all your developmental milestones are meant to happen before cranial fusion. And that starts happening between 9 to 18 months. If you notice, by 18 months, your cranial fusions have gone into place and you are walking and going into we're talking like up and down or simple string of I want or sentences. Not a sentence like you and I would put together, but you'll start to see that. When do people have problems again with autism? My child's not, again, what was their developmental process? A big milestones that they're missing: grabbing their feet, the right way of grabbing their feet, where they have a grabbing, pumping, crossing midline. The right hand can grab the left foot, vice versa. That's really important. Coming to sitting through their backs. Right? This is really important because most people are, again, more and more you're seeing where baby rolls to their belly and then gets up into sitting. This creates a W sitting or higher risk for their, all of those kind of things that are happening, right? And what I refer to as a pubic bone strike. The pubic bone strike happens at 4.5 months, where baby's kind of in tummy time and they're starting to, I wouldn't call it a plank, but they get into a pseudo all fours. And that's what people are looking for, is the vertical. But what they're really doing is, bam, their pelvis can hit the ground. And that is almost like a heel strike, right? Your baby is going to have issues walking and so forth and crawling, all those vertical milestones, if this one doesn't happen. These are all things that I've been teaching for years. These are all things that I want to happen. I have in my parent workshop, this Thursday is my free webinar on autism. If you think that your child's at risk for autism, but understanding the movements involved, right? We're all looking for that little white flag, in the brain somewhere that says, oh, if that's deviated, that's the trick, that's where autism lives. It's not going to work like that. We are changing the way babies move left and right. We have baby container syndromes. We have a lot that's going on in the hospital. I'm all about infant security monitoring, but I can tell you right now that is severely affecting your child's development because it takes away the weight transfer and the transitional skills. We need to find better ways of helping our babies thrive like they used to. Right? And we are putting in a lot of equipment. If you feel your child's at risk or you have another sibling that already has autism, please limit containers. Please, please, please. A baby should need a blanket and the floor. Right? Now, if you're telling me, oh, but my baby's fussy, this, that, and the other, colicky, all that, please post your videos, have your child evaluated. And if you don't want to work with me, that's fine. But on my site, Movement Lesson Academy, you will find the newborn movement assessment. It is free. The book is also available on Amazon. I'm not here to push the courses. I'm here to help your baby. The courses are available for those that realize they are in trouble. But if you have concerns, right? Development's a requirement. Right? You should not worry. There's no help needed to get your child to walk. Shouldn't be. 1/3 of our kids are in special needs. But if they're now saying autism is going to be, every other child, I think you really need to put your child's development into your own hands and make sure that it happens the way it's supposed to. Those, that information's available, and I will continue to do so. Thanks. By the way, please, 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 my content's been out there since 2009, and I've been at this for over 2 decades. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. But my group, Movement Lesson for Parents and Practitioners, I offer a free video evaluation of your baby if you have concerns of your child. I say babies a lot. Folks, I work on children of all ages. It doesn't matter. I work with children with full-blown autism diagnosis. I work with adults. It's not that I push the babies. You have to understand movement and development. And so I want that aha going, oh, I don't think my baby really did grab their feet. And you're right, they did roll over to their belly and came up to sitting, but I was told that was okay. Those kind of things. Do we need to go back and build a better foundation in those developmental movement patterns? That's what I work on. I'm 58. It doesn't matter. I don't want to sit there and go, oh, don't fall. Oh, I have to watch. I have trouble getting to, and those things happen. I'm not giving any kind of disregards to someone's movements. It's not necessary to age that well or that way, and it's not necessary for you to be in that kind of position of unknown with your child when there's so many resources.